everybody. Welcome to Monday morning. At least on the West Coast, it's morning time. So do me a favor as we're just entering this live stream. Drop a comment. Let me know where are you watching from, city, state, if you're in the U.S., if you're outside of the U.S., what country you're watching from. This is the second week that I've come on live on Mondays and done my energy forecast live. A lot of you liked this format last week, which is why I brought it back again this week. So in a moment, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull tarot cards for the week and just see what the energy is, what we have in store. I also wrote down a couple of notes this morning that Spirit wanted me to make sure that you heard about. Then I'm going to pull a few cards and I'll have you tune in and pick your card for the week and I'll reveal those cards. And then I'll wrap it up with a card of destiny, which is really cool. It's based off of a standard deck of playing cards. And so we'll pick one of those for the week as well. So thank you to everybody. Listen, we have so many new people that have subscribed to this YouTube channel. I am just so grateful, and I appreciate everybody who's taken a moment to hit the subscribe button on this channel. And for those of you that are sharing the YouTube channel with other people, I am blown away. We already have, probably 50 new people in the last week, which is amazing. If you're one of my new folks joining and watching today, thank you. I really appreciate it. I try to bring you light-filled, conscious content, and I do it a lot through this YouTube channel. So if you find yourself drawn to the messages or the information, if you could help and share it with other people, I'd greatly appreciate it. My personal goal is to hit 3,000 subscribers by March 31st, which means that I have about 1,000 people to go in the next 6 weeks, but I think we're going to blow it out of the water at the rate we're going. So beautiful for everybody tuning in live. And I know some of you will end up watching the replay. But for those of you tuning in live, I've got Seattle, Tacoma, Las Vegas, Huntington Beach, Utah, Chicago, Henderson, United Kingdom. Let's see here. Yep, Henderson, Minnesota, New Mexico, Olympia. Hello. We have everybody across the country and even internationally. So this is fun. A couple of just really brief notes. I'm going to keep it Arizona, beautiful. I'm going to keep it really brief this morning with updates. A happy birthday to my friend Mandy. If you're celebrating a birthday, or if you have a friend that's celebrating a birthday or a family member, say happy birthday in the comments. That would be wonderful. If you have a birthday this week that you're celebrating. Reminder, we have the Random Act of Kindness campaign going on right now. You have about 2 weeks left. And some of you are like, I have no idea what you're talking about, Dallisa, and that's perfectly fine. If you go to spiritandspark.com, go to the menu, there's a menu button called RAOK, Random Act of Kindness. If you do a random act of kindness for someone and you submit it, it'll go through Rachel Rizzi. Submit it. Rachel will give you a free session with her. She's a heart math coach and she teaches resiliency, how to get through anything, working with the energy of your heart. And so listen, there's no reason why you should not be doing a random act of kindness just out of the goodness of your own heart. But Rachel has sweetened the pot, so you've only got a couple weeks to get those done. So just a reminder, so spiritandspark.com and then click on RAOK. All right. Why did I write that note down? That's pretty funny. Yeah, so a lot of you have been I know why. A lot of you have been reaching out. I put love readings on my notes and I'm like, where was I going with that? Because a lot of you have been asking about love and relationships. I know it's Valentine's Day was yesterday, and some of you had an amazing Valentine's Day. Some of you are feeling the Singles Appreciation Day like no other this year. Some people are like, I just don't even understand what to do with love and relationships. Reminder, Spirit and Spark has practitioners that specialize in love, relationships, attracting your soulmate, working through any obstacles you have around any kind of relationship. So, our life coaches, our spiritual coaches, they are phenomenal. So make sure you go, and while you're on doing a random act of kindness, while you're on spiritandspark.com, just click book a session. It'll take you to our free practitioner directory. It doesn't cost you anything, and it'll show you everybody on the team, what they specialize in, and you can reach out to those practitioners. So I just wanted to remind you, because sometimes Valentine's Day or the energy around Valentine's Day can feel alienating, it can feel lonesome. And I just want to remind you, you don't have to feel that way. And so you can allow us to help you. A lot of the practitioners do first-time client specials, and it's noted all in the directory. I try to make it as easy to follow as possible. Okay, I think those were my reminders for this week. We do have Yelena Crawford, the astrologer, on this Thursday, the 18th. Lisa Gunshore and I co-host a show called This Morning. This will be our third episode for this week, every Thursday morning, 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern. And we bring on a different special guest that talks about their predictions. Lisa and I make predictions. We did some mediumship readings last week, which were a lot of fun. And Yelena will come on and talk about the astrology for the week ahead. So when you see me put out something about this morning or set your reminder for Thursday morning, that's what I'm talking about. And that's really a really incredible prediction show, not just my predictions, but Lisa, who's also a multi-generational psychic medium. And then this week, Yelena, the astrologer. So we have a lot of fun doing it, and it's a morning show. We have different segments and we talk about different things. So make sure you join us for that. You can always set your reminder. You go to YouTube, Spirit and Spark TV. There's a tab called Live. You can always go in there and set your reminder for the live broadcast. So without further ado, I'm going to shuffle some tarot cards. Oh yeah, so let me tell you the themes that came forward for this week. I just scribbled down a few of them because I was like, oh, I think we want to know about these. This week ahead, so I always kind of do it Monday to Sunday. So if you're watching live today, Monday, it's for this next week. There'll be energy of harsh truths. What I'm hearing to tell you, because I'm a clairvoyant, clairaudient, clairsentient. I see, I hear, and I feel. 5th generation. Harsh truths. It might feel like one of those weeks where like the Band-Aid gets ripped off and you're like, ow, God, that hurt. And so love yourself, be patient, breathe, all that good stuff. So it's kind of like removing the blindfold this week. And I've talked about that on previous week's videos, that you've really got to be careful this year, that if you feel like you're just kind of going around with your blinders on, you don't want to look, you don't want to know, it's going to hit you in the face. So harsh truths. I also heard that this week's going to feel like a bit of an energy, like whiplash. Kind of like, whoa, and then like the next day you're like, whoa. So you're going to have to ground and find peace and quiet and introspection and journal and get out in nature when you can, so that you can really see the truth. Because if you're in an energy where you're just kind of swinging right back and forth, it's hard to know up from down. Okay, so you're just asked this week to take a deep breath and not get caught up in the drama, not getting caught up in, am I going this way or am I going that way? Because if you don't know, then it's probably not the time to make a decision. Okay. Patience, grasshoppers, patience. Your patience, I think, it's going to be tested this week. Stay neutral. I've talked about that before. So it's not about what are they doing or what are they doing. It's like, nope, just stay true to your heart. Lead with kindness, lead with love. Don't get pulled into the narrative. Don't get pulled into negativity. If you find yourself feeling amped up around something that could be negative, just check yourself this week. Is that something I actually believe in? Or is that something I want to back or support? And in what way am I bringing kindness, goodness, productivity, enhancement to my life, to the life of people around me, to my community? Okay. They also said, my spirit team, when I say they, because I know we have a lot of new listeners this week, my angels, my spirit guides, ancestors, because since I'm 5th generation, at least, of a psychic medium, my team, they said, make sure I communicate to you that this week you really have to be upfront and honest. upfront and honest, even if it's something that's like, God, I really don't want to have to say that to this person, or man, this feels hurtful. I don't like to be the person that says no. Your boundaries will be tested this week. So when you find yourself, maybe there's something that came into your life, an opportunity, and you're like, God, this just isn't maybe sitting right. The energy this week is going to have you sit with it and be honest, but be kind. So if somebody says, hey, I need you to come and do this project over here, I think it'd be great for you. And you're like, man, I just don't know. You can always say, hey, I'm going to take 24 hours. I'm going to take 48 hours. Let me think about this, because you might decide it is the right fit for you. Or you might get more information in those 24 to 48 hours where you're like, oh, now I could do this. This makes sense. Or, I'm going to have to say no, and here's why. Okay. But honor your truthfulness, honor your authenticity, speak up, but do it in a kind way. And if you say to somebody, I'm going to get back to you in 24 hours or 48 hours, do it. Honor your word, have integrity, but honest and upfront energy is going to be critical this week. And they said, don't react, go inward. I told you your patience is going to be a little bit tested this week. So don't react. If somebody's irritating you, don't react. Don't try to sucker punch them. Don't put them down. Don't be negative. Just go, isn't that interesting? Huh. And sit with it. Take 24 to 48 hours. This is not going to be a week to rush through things. All right. Yeah, they said sit with your messages, sit with your insight, sit with your clarity, or allow clarity to come forward before you speak. Okay. Because sometimes we feel it and we're like, nope, I'm going to tell you like I'm seeing it. I'm going to tell you what I think. It's not the week to do that, folks. It's a week to take it in. Ask yourself, why is this bothering me? And then once you find a place of kindness that you can speak from, then have the discussion with the other person. Okay. So I'm expecting some relationship volatility this week. I know some of you were like, are you kidding me? Hopefully you had a good Valentine's Day. All right, I'm going to shuffle the tarot cards. This is the first step for our video this week. Let me pull a couple cards and just see what comes forward of what energy. It might be what we just talked about, or just adding on to that. And I see that we have more people. West Virginia has shown up. We have a shout out. Rachel is amazing. So the random act of kindness, absolutely do that. Rachel's a fantastic practitioner. We have Chino, California. Beautiful. Okay. So I'm going to ask, as we are all surrounded in love and light for these messages that are coming forward, we're going to surround ourselves in a big, beautiful gold bubble of light. So this is all high frequency, high dimension, high light, heart-filled energy. And we're doing this to gain more insight and clarity for the week ahead. So let's see. So Spirit, can you show me which card you want me to pull for this week, please? This one? Okay. Okay, that's good. They want 3, so I'm going to pull 3 real quick. Which one? You want this one? Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. Yep, they're in alignment, just as predicted. So we're going to do these real quick, and then I'm going to pull the tarot cards that you're going to pick from in just a second. So I like to tell you what cards I got, and I encourage you to write them down, do your own research on these, see what resonates with you. We got the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is the first card that comes up, and the Queen of Wands is a Leo energy, often associated with summer, so like warmth. But Leo's, for me, that energy, Leo's oftentimes, as I've seen it, come into this lifetime as a Leo to stand up, stand in the center, speak up, stand in the spotlight in a way that's authentic to them, but it's about not hiding in the shadows. And so it makes sense. Remember, they said you're going to have to be upfront honest this week. So it definitely plays into that. But the Queen of Wands also is about stability, about listening to your instincts, your intuition, but it's about stability and being calm. Remember, they said you have to be upfront and honest, but you can't do it in a way that's reactive or harsh. And so the Queen of Wands is like, you got to be calm this week. You got to go inward. You got to trust your inner guidance, but you do need to speak up. Okay. Then we got the Page of Pentacles. And the Page of Pentacles is a card for me that's a lot about working on yourself, connecting with the earth, grounding, being in your body, dealing with logical or practical matters. So if there's anything you need to start this week, like a project, maybe something you've had on the back burner, this is a great week for ideas and activating ideas. So this would be, in my opinion, kind of a solo card. I don't necessarily get an energy around this card or this week that says, hey, go start up every collaboration you can think of. This week's more about, what ideas do I have? Where can I go and think about those and fine tune them a little bit more? And then, we'll look next week to see if it'd be a good week for collaborations. But this is more about you deciding what it is that you want to do to activate that. Okay. Then the third card is the Seven of Swords, which I find very interesting because of everything I was talking about for this week. The Seven of Swords can be about double checking the facts, cutting losses where losses need to be cut. In other words, what has been dragging on in your life. Again, the upfront and honest element for this week. This card can also be about deception. Maybe not speaking up where it needs to be, either on your part or somebody else's part, which is the harsh truth and the energy whiplash that they were talking about for this week. There can be some manipulation involved, and it could be you that's manipulating someone or a situation, or it could be someone who's doing that to you. So I would say, and those of you that have been following me for a while, I said that this year of 2021 is going to be the year of plot twists. And this week is going to be plot twists. And you'll join me back here next Monday. You'll listen to the next week's video. And you might even have one you want to comment on or be like, oh my God, Dallisa, your video was crazy, but it was so right. So it's going to be pace yourself this week. Okay. Pace yourself. Be honest, but come from a place of kindness. Remember, it's not about reaction this week. Do not start yelling at someone this week. Because if you're yelling at someone, I'm telling you, you did not do the introspection or the 24 to 48 hours. Okay, so here's how this next part's going to work. And those of you that tuned in last week, you know how I did this. I picked a different deck this week. It's what archangel should you be working with this week, okay? And I'm going to pick 5 cards. I'm going to lay 5 cards out. And all I want you to do right now, as I'm shuffling these and laying my 5 cards out, is decide which card aligns with you for this week. And there's going to be a number that pops up, a number you feel intuitively, or a number that comes to mind that you're like, gosh, I'm feeling really drawn to this card. You're going to pick 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, and you're going to comment and let me know in the comments, which card are you going with? I find it fascinating. Last week, we had a lot of people pick the same card. So, which tells me that there's a collective message there. So pick your number 1 through 5, and let me go ahead and start picking these cards. I'm going to start laying these out. Okay, we got 1. Again, these are the archangels, and so you'll have an archangel that's assigned to you for the week. And I'm often asked, well, how do you work with angels? Angels will not interfere unless you ask them. They will not interfere with your free will. So it's important that you ask them for help and ask them for assistance, okay? So you can just ask whatever archangel you get for this week, you can ask them to come in and help you. Okay. So I'm going to trust that everybody that wanted a card that you have commented now with your card number. Everybody that picked card 1. Card 1. You have Archangel Chamuel. It's Chamuel. Archangel Chamuel. Career transition. So this card is, these are very simply laid out, so you'll get the gist of these. But if you've been thinking about a new project or a new endeavor or starting a new business, Archangel Chamuel is the one that you want to work with this week. Or if you're add a job or you want to manifest a job, let's say you picked card one, you're like, I just need help with blank as it comes to work or meaningful work or employment or money, finances, and abundance through work. Archangel Shamuel will be the one to help you with that this week. So you want to lift up your intentions or your prayers. It says your life purpose is triggering a blessed career change. But if you love your job, maybe there are some new elements coming in with your job that you can activate or bring about with the help from Archangel Shamuel. So that's card number one. If you have card number one, go ahead and comment. Let me know if that's a card that resonates with you or something you have top of mind. Card number two, if you picked number two, spread your wings. Spread your wings. It's Archangel Ariel, Ariel, Archangel Ariel. And it says, do not hold back right now. The timing is perfect and you are ready to soar. So if everybody that picked card number two, if you feel like you have been self-sabotaging in any way, this is the card that's like, stop telling yourself it's not possible or it can't happen or, that would be just so hard. It's never happened like that before. This is the card that's like, get out of your own way. You can do it. Stop telling yourself all the million reasons why it won't work and instead start telling yourself the million reasons why it will. So number two, people, you got Archangel Ariel, spread your wings. It's a card of action and it's a card of release negative thoughts. Okay, so card two, people, let me know, did that resonate with you? Okay, card number three, crystal clear intentions. All right, I often talk about manifesting and how you can manifest anything you want. And this card for people that are number three, and remember, stay tuned because I'm going to pull one more collective card for us at the end. But people that picked card number three, it says, be clear about what you desire and focus upon it with unwavering faith. Remember the key to manifestation, you have to know where you're going. You have to know, like, where am I setting the GPS? Where am I going to be 6 months from now? Setting the GPS, knowing you're worth it, and then taking actions to get there. So everybody that picked card number three, I want you to sit down this week and think about where you have your GPS set to. Do you believe that you're worthy of having that result? And what are you doing to get there? Okay, so it's a revamp and a revisit of your GPS, of what you're manifesting. Archangel Michael is your archangel for this week. Okay, so be clear about what you desire and focus upon it with unwavering faith. This doesn't say, hey, set your GPS and just kind of hope it works. This is the card that's like, set your GPS and now go. It's coming for you. You have to manifest as if it is already here in your life and you're giving gratitude and being thankful that it's already here. Okay. So card three, people, let me know, did that resonate for you? Okay, card number four. Everybody that picked card number four, you have the card of take back your power. So this card typically for me signals that you've been doing things for people that maybe are not in alignment with your energy or giving or over giving. And so this is about getting things back into check, not from an ego place or a place of like being pissed. This is more like, you know what? I'm going to do for me now, and I am going to stand in my own light. All right. Archangel Raziel, Raziel, Archangel Raziel is your archangel for this week. It says, use your God-given power and intention to manifest blessings in your life. This is the card that says anything is possible. If you picked card number four, everybody, I would say your message for this week is to affirm every morning when you wake up, I expect miracles. I expect miracles. They want you to get into a higher vibration of remembering what's possible rather than all of the limitations that may be standing in your pathway right now in this moment. Okay. So card four, people, comment, let me know. Did that resonate with you? And card people number five, you got moon cycles. Okay, so moon cycles, this is a very interesting card because if you got card number five, I would be asking you right now, what are you doing in terms of new moon and full moon? Are you paying attention to the moon cycles? Are you paying attention to how they're affecting you? I was talking to Kate Wind, who's an astrologer and a feng shui expert, and I love what she said because we're going to have a full moon coming up here in the next, several days. She talked about treating the full moon as if it was a flashlight. What do you want to shine more light on? Okay. And so I would start to pay more attention to moon cycles because there's moon cycles happening all the time. But I would ask you to start, like, maybe even pull up the calendar for March. There'll be a full moon that's coming up here. I think it's the end of February. But pull up moon cycles for March and find out when the new moon is and the full moon is. A lot of people put their crystals outside under a full moon to cleanse and clear it. Kate suggested get your calendar. And if you are self-employed or you need more clients or more business, put your calendar, your booking calendar, if you have a paper one, or something comparable underneath the full moon because you're shining a light. You're putting attention on it, which she says will help manifest new clients. Okay, so just a little tip. Kate's on my podcast, Highway to Healing. If you haven't caught that yet, she did a February forecast. She's fantastic. So card 5 people, you are Archangel Haniel, Haniel. Notice how the moon affects your energy and manifestations and capitalize upon these cycles. Okay. So if you are card 5 people, let me know. Do you follow moon cycles? Do you plan to do something with the full moon? Yeah, the full moon, think of it as like that flashlight, like Kate said, shining light into different areas of your life. Okay. So usually card 5 people, I would say the moon cycles, especially the next new moon and the next full moon, would have a lot of activating energy around it for you. So make sure you check that out. Okay, so now we're going to do one more card. It's going to be our collective card, and this is going to be the cards of destiny. It's going to be, or if they're based off of the suits and the numbers in a standard deck of playing cards. So I'm going to pick one of whatever we need to know for the week ahead. But as we begin to close out, and I pick this final card for us, I'd remind you, if you haven't already, subscribe to this, give this video a thumbs up. I love the comments. And if you love today's video, can you just do me a favor and share it with a couple of people and encourage them to watch? And you are invited back here again next Monday, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern, for another live weekly update. But remember, this Thursday at 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern, we have This Morning with Lisa and Dallisa, our morning show, and we'll be doing a lot more predictions on there. So make sure you tune in there. Okay. Oh, it's funny. We have somebody in the live comments that says, I just requested a moon sign report. I'm happy that was that lined up for you. Okay, so here's our last card. We got the 10 of Hearts for this week. So let me go ahead and tell you what came forward. The 10 of Hearts represents the gathering of love and people, and it could be a time when people are drawn to you to express their gratitude for your being. Great good fortune comes through others in this card and its influences. People want to recognize you, so be sure to position yourself to receive. Take a stand and lead with love, and this will be in your favor. Any changes with work or career or the direction of projects is favored and will put you on the perfect path. If you have something you want to share with people, this could be a good sign to do it, that it's time to do that. Anything put into motion can expand with great good fortune. Share your vision with those who care and see what happens. This is a time to be social and say yes to invitations, even if they're virtual, right? So again, the 10 of Hearts, a very positive, beautiful, heartfelt energy for this week. It's asking you to share, to speak up, to connect with other people, but in a heart-based way, which is in complete alignment with what came forward for the energy for this week. So remember, take 24 to 48 hours. Do not lash out. Stay as neutral as you possibly can this week. You may be tested this week with your patience and with people maybe acting a bit irrational. Do not get pulled into the drama. I am looking forward to seeing you again Thursday morning for my next live broadcast. And I am so thrilled for so many of you that have joined for the first time. And for those of you that are sharing this channel with other people, the road to 3,000 is within reach. So thank you so much. Enjoy your week. And hopefully you can take a little bit of relaxation today for yourself. All right, everybody, we'll see you soon. Remember to go to spiritandspark.com for the random act of kindness and for the practitioner directory. All right, we'll see you soon. Bye for now.